that comes to mind when I think of plastic surgery is, I guess, fake, and so the Hollywood lifestyle and LA and that kind of stuff.
New parts on people who need new parts or need to improve their old parts.
Honestly, nose jobs.
Nose jobs.
People getting surgery when they really don't need to.
Generally cosmetic surgery, but often reconstructive surgery.
Big boobs.
I think a lot of people don't realise, like, a maxillofacial surgeon or a craniofacial surgeon or a burn surgeon are plastic surgeons. So it's like a tree with many branches. A lot of plastic surgeons specialise in a particular area, and I think the layperson doesn't think of a plastic surgeon as being the burn surgeon and being the eye socket repairman. I think they don't understand what a vast area. It's the biggest area of surgery there is. If you're an orthopaedic surgeon, you're predominantly dealing with bones and fractures. If you're a general surgeon, you're generally doing soft organs in the tummy and breastwork and varicose veins and things. It doesn't sort of branch to the entire body, whereas plastic surgery, you could be doing anything from an eyebrow to a toenail.
It's the plastic surgeon who will believe you when you say you can't live with ears that stick out or whatever your deformity may be. We do children with cleft lips and palates, and we can make you look gorgeous. So
there is a difference between plastic and reconstructive surgery and cosmetic surgery, and it's important to make that distinction. Cosmetic surgery is often portrayed as the instant fix, which it's not. It takes time, it takes effort. There's downtime, there's recovery time involved. It's also a very personal choice, and cosmetic surgery can make people feel better about themselves, and that's what it's about. It's a personal choice.
I think because they know that there is something that bothers them, and they know that it can be improved or made better or changed, and they're looking for that peace of mind that comes with knowing that they don't have something that they're consciously or subconsciously aware of that isn't right or that could be improved.
I didn't like the areas of my body that I had changed, and I knew what was achievable, and I was willing to go and do it to get a better outcome.
There's kind of two groups of people that get plastic surgery. Some people definitely have a functioning issue, that whatever we're fixing is affecting them in their activities of daily living, and then there's other people that are a 7 out of 10 and want to be a 9 out of 10.
And then you get the other side of things where people like Michael Jackson have had a lot of surgery, but for somewhat abstruse reasons. Started off as being quite a good-looking black African guy, and he ended up by wanting to sort of look like a white woman, and so ended up halfway between half black, half white, half male, half female.
I think the media does tend to portray the perfect person, that if you don't look like this, you're not okay.
Well, media has popularised plastic surgery. It's something that a lot of newspapers, magazines in particular, TV series, movies, they have quite a fascination with it.
The magazines are full of it. If somebody's had facelifts and they have that sort of windswept look or wind tunnel look, actually, and that's not what it's about at all. I knew that wasn't the look I was looking for, and it wouldn't be what I'd come out with.
It certainly seems to have become much more acceptable than it was 15, 20 years ago. People were very hush-hush about having procedures and treatments done when I first started nursing, whereas now it can be talked about quite openly with a group of girls having a chit chat, or coffee groups and things, and they'll say, oh, my sister's just had her breasts done, and oh yeah, my auntie had that done, and it's not as taboo as it used to be. So it's a lot more accepted, and I think a lot of that's come from the media, from the exposure and the advertising. Probably the most common misconception is that anything's achievable. So you'll get people with really unrealistic goals. They'll come in and want, you know, they'll bring pictures of supermodels and say, I want to look like this. And unless you're changing the entire bone structure and sometimes colour of skin, sometimes their race, you know, it's obviously not feasible. So people have very unrealistic expectations of what can be achieved.
As a plastic surgical nurse, you see people come in who want rhinoplasties, surgery done to their nose, correct the shape of their nose to make it different, not so much correct. And their personalities are quite indrawn, and they're quiet and prior to their surgery, and then after their surgery it's like you've waved a magic wand. They're outgoing and their face is happy, and they have a smile on their face, and they're happy with where they are and who they are.
Somebody from the outside may say, oh, that's totally ridiculous. Save the money and spend it on starving children in India. You might say, no, I've worked, I've saved the money, it's my money, I want to spend it on this. It's important to me.
That it's vain, it's all about vanity. It's not. It's about making you feel good and function better and happier, and you know, if you feel good about yourself, you're able to do it, take on a whole lot more than you would if you weren't happy with where you were and how you looked.
But it's important that patients have surgery for the right reason, being for themselves.
Yeah, I'm pleased I had it done. In fact, there'd be things that I would probably have touch-ups done again, given the chance. But absolutely, I'm pleased I had it done.
So people think we're putting plastic inside them.
There's a lot of people that have facelifts and things like that done for lots of different reasons.
I love doing things like cleft lips and palates, and kids who've been scarred, who have a malformation or something that we can repair. I just love doing that because they're always so grateful. The kids have got no, what we call secondary gain.